welcome to your second online baritone horn lesson. We got a lot done this lesson, and I'm looking forward to practicing with you this week online. Today you will need your baritone second lesson sheet, and you will also need your entire baritone case, all right? We're gonna need everything that's in there, but we are just gonna start with the mouthpiece, so you can go ahead and grab that to get started. All right, it says, for warm-ups, number 1, play a long, smooth sound on your mouthpiece. Don't puff your cheeks. All right, remember, so what we do is we say the letter M, freeze our lips, and then blow through, like that, right? So let's take this and put it on. 1, 2, ready, go. Fantastic. All right, so let's try buzzing slow and fast for a siren sound. Remember, the slow buzz is low note, fast buzz is high note. So let's go up and down 3 times in a row. Ready? Set, go. Nice job. And finally, we're going to do some different Tah and Tt patterns that we learned in music class. But before we do that, let's go over number 2, which says tonguing. So tonguing is really important because we can't just be blowing air. We also need to show and demonstrate where the beginning of the note is. We want to really attack that beginning of the note with the letter T. So say after me. I'll go first. 2, 2, 2. Your turn. 2, 2, 2. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is whisper that instead. I'll go first. 1, 2. Here I go. 2, 2, 2. Your turn. 2, 2, 2. Very nice. So one way that I like to check and make sure that I'm whispering correctly with enough air and the letter T is to take my sheet, hold it up right in front of my face, and say, you see how my sheet is moving? That means that you're using your tongue properly, and you're also breathing with enough air. And that's exactly how we should be playing when we're playing into the mouthpiece. So now I want you to give that a try. I'll go first again, and you go second. And now I'm basically just gonna buzz while also saying 2, 2, 2. Here I go. Your turn. 2, 2, 2. Excellent. Let's do a couple of Tah and Tt patterns. We'll do a call and response. I'll go first, and you try and play what I do. Okay? I'll go first. 1, 2. Here I go. Go. Tah, Tah, Tt, Tah. Excellent. My turn. Here I go. Go. Tt, Tah, Tt, Tah. Great. And I'll do one final one. 1, 2. It's my turn. Go. Tt, Tt, Tah. Excellent. All right, my lips are nice and warmed up. Now, we're going to go to number 3, which says buzzing exercises. Now, this is a really tricky thing. We're going to play hot cross buns today 2 times. The first time is just going to be on our mouthpiece. So we had said that fast air equals high note, slower air equals lower note. And for the song Hot Cross Buns, we actually need 3 notes. We need a high note, we need a low note, but we also need a middle note that is kind of in the middle of both the high and low. So the way that Hot Cross Bun should sound is high, middle, low, high, middle, low, 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 middle, 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 high, middle, low. So I'm going to do that nice and slow. The first one is high, middle, low. See if you can do that with me. Ready, go. Good. We're going to do that exact same thing again. High, middle, low. Here we go. Excellent. Now we're going to stay on the low note 4 times. We're going to use our tongue. 2, 2, 2, 2 on low. 1, 2. Ready, go. Excellent. Now we're going to do 4 more 2, 2, 2, 2s, except on the middle note. Ready, go. Go And we're going to finish with a high, middle, low. Here we go. Excellent. Now that's really hard. That will take a lot of practice. Feel free to pause the video, rewind it, and go back as many times as you want. Challenge yourself to say 2, 2 for every single note that you play, okay? We don't want to hear, which is me just going, I want to hear that tongue saying 2, okay? Make sure before next week when you come in and you bring the sheet back to me, have written down, it says your pattern. You're going to write your own Tah and Tt pattern to practice with us, okay? And you're going to kind of play a little solo for the class, which should be great. All right, now for the fun part, we get to assemble and hold the baritone. So let's go ahead and grab it now. Fantastic. I always like to kind of give these are called the valves, a little wiggle just to make sure none of them are stuck. Mine are good. So it says, twist the mouthpiece into the baritone. It's really easy to get stuck with the mouthpiece. So we don't want to shove it in there too hard, otherwise it's really not going to be able to get out. So all you need to do is just place it in there and twist once. That way it won't fall out, but it will easily come out, okay? So put it in, twist once. Excellent. Your left hand should be around the front of the instrument like you're hugging the baritone. So we're kind of going to give it a big hug towards us. We're holding it against our body. Your fingers on your right hand should rest on the valves with your thumb below the tube, okay? So we got our fingers on the valves, 1, 2, 3. And my thumb is just going to go below this big curving tube, okay? Anywhere that's comfortable. So it should look like this. Your pinky can kind of just rest here as well, but you should be able to press down on these valves. They are a little bit heavy, so practice that, especially this finger. Your ring finger is not usually used as much as these two fingers are, so you might need to really practice using that finger, okay? All right, and that's how we hold it. And remember your posture from lesson 1, which means that we're sitting up straight. We're on the edge of our chair, and I know you can't see them right now, but my feet are flat on the floor, okay? All right, so we're gonna play the exact same song, which is Hot Cross Buns, except now we're going to do it using our actual instrument, which should be fun. So we need 3 notes. Our high note is gonna be called D, our middle note is gonna be called C, and our low note is going to be called B flat, okay? So basically we're going to do the same thing now, except we're going to be playing on here. So our first note D is with the first and the second valve. Now I like to remember that by knowing that I'm holding up a pointer finger, that's number 1. I'm holding up pointer and middle finger, my middle finger is number 2, and I'm holding up 3 fingers, that means that my ring finger, in order to make it 3, this is number 3. So 1, 2, 3. When you see on your sheet a colored in circle means push that valve down. So my pointer finger is colored in, my middle finger is colored in, and my ring finger is not colored in. So that is how you play a D, with this finger and this finger down, which I like to call 1 and 2, okay? It should sound like this. And we're just going to kind of lean this off to the side as we play, right? Now, I'm not using super fast air. If you're hearing this note, any of those, you're playing a little bit with too fast of a buzz. If you're hearing this, you're playing with a little bit too slow of a buzz. So this is the note we're looking for. And if you can hear that note, then you are doing it correctly, okay? The next note we need is the note C. So our pointer finger is colored in. Our middle finger is not colored in, so it's just gonna be hovering here. And our ring finger is colored in, so we're gonna do this. It should look like this, 1 and 3, kind of like a little triangle, 1 and 3. All right, that note should sound like this. And again, if you hear this, too fast, and if you hear this, too slow. We want to hear this. So here's the D, and here's the C. And now our last last one is B flat. If you notice, B flat has nothing colored in. That means we don't push anything down. And this is our low note, so even slower. Our notes, our buzzing needs to be even slower on this one, like this. Okay, again, if you hear this, too high, slow down your buzzing. If you hear this, you gotta speed up your buzzing a little bit. So here's our notes: D, and then C, and then B flat. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play this now with hot cross buns. I'm gonna go, just to speed things up, I'm gonna go without going through the song. But the first thing that we're gonna do is called fingering. When you finger through a song, that means you're going to say the notes out loud. So I'm gonna say D, C, B flat, and I'm just gonna move my fingers in the correct spots. Okay, so do this with me, and I'll hold this up so you can really see my fingers. Here I go, 1, 2, here I go. D, C, B flat. D, C, B flat. Then we got 4 in a row. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. And then we got 4 in a row. C, 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 C. And we finish with D, C, B flat, just like the beginning. All right, let's give this a try. I'll go slow, but if you can't keep up with me, feel free to just pause the video, practice on your own, and then come back to it when you feel like you're ready. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Excellent job. That is a really hard thing to do for our second week, but it's definitely a great goal to set for yourself by the time you come back for your next lesson. All right, so for practicing, I am once again looking for 5 to 7 times this week. We're going to practice our warm-up and tonguing, which is numbers 1 and 2. We're going to practice our buzzing exercises, which is number 3. And we're going to practice our first notes and hot cross buns, which is number 5. All right, I look forward to seeing you at your next lesson. Happy practicing.